just waiting, man. I'm just waiting. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Yeah. Hey guys, how you doing? This is for everybody, all signs. It's a message that you're gonna feel called to if it's right for you. And that's how. It's all energies anyway, but the truth is that some of us aren't as tapped in, right? And we need a little bit more guidance. So if you're looking for zodiac sign specific readings because you already identify with a specific energy, then please head over to Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Every single week you get 12 brand new messages that are zodiac sign specific. Head on over. There's always extended. I do another reading over on Vimeo as well. Head on over there. There's lots of content for you every single week if you're looking for guidance. Thank you for joining, guys. What's up, Hattie girl? What's up? I know, I get like geek out when my friends are on, you know? So, my channel is transitioning. I have 2 channels now, Astrology Motivation, this channel. So please do always subscribe to the channel and then ring that bell so you hit all notifications, and then you'll get notified of all the content that's being uploaded. I upload my dailies over here 5 days a week. I do a Monday astrology motivation video live, and then I also upload the weekly astrology forecast over here because quite honestly I can't fit anything more over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It just gets too cumbersome, and there's already 12 videos a week being released over there. So more content comes out over here, and I hope you enjoy it and love it and comment on it and share it on your social media platforms. That's really what helps the content grow. But if you're watching me live, you are on Instagram, and we can interact and talk. What is this? She's got cards and she knows how to use them. Oh, I know, it knows how to read them. That's right, I do. Better watch out. So just so that you guys know, this Monday on Astrology Motivation at 9 a.m. I'll get on and I'll read it's not about cards, it's about astrology motivation, sort of a review of the week. And I'm going to be focusing on this Monday's Astrology Motivation on how to manifest when you're in a place of being stuck. When you feel like you're in a rut or really in like a doom and gloom position, and you almost are at a point where you don't believe in manifestation and you're finding it hard to have faith. I am going to teach you how to start manifesting from a point of no faith and giving up. So that's what we're going to work on over on Monday's Astrology Motivation. And I hope a lot of you guys show up. I think it'll be a really worthwhile place to begin. So I have addressed a few issues over on Born Without Boundaries. I had noticed like a few thousand views every week. That's normal. But like literally, I think I'm getting like a third of the views on my Scorpio video. So of course I was concerned. And the feedback, I got a lot of constructive feedback, which I'm going to start incorporating again. I think I know what's going on. But there was some that's just like, I use different cards because they call to me. I can't use the same old cards. The Vimeo extended is not, I think people got the wrong impression because I started using the sensual love, erotic love tarot card deck that suddenly I'm doing something weird or nasty over on Vimeo. I'm not. It's the same old reading. I'm just using a deck that I'm a little afraid, honestly, to share with you guys over on YouTube because YouTube has been really hard with censoring me. I understand there are some other readers out there that they don't get fucking censored at all. They just don't. But my channel has been hit hard with censorship, and I don't know why, but I don't care. I just know that it happens. And, trying to find the why has become too complicated and expensive for me. So I have stopped trying to find out why. I just accept that it is. So I was very particular. I was speaking of the erotic tarot deck, not because there's any really different portion to the reading. Though there is, I love the cards. I will continue to use them because they add another voice, right? If when you're a reader, especially as a professional reader, you'll understand you can't use the same tools over and over again. I used one of my favorite decks ever was the Spirit Animal Guidance deck, and I still love that deck, but it's done. It's like worn out for me. I use it sometimes still. It just doesn't have the same energy. So you gotta change it up, dude. Like I'm literally making 15 to 17 videos a week. I can't use the same decks all the time, right? So I'm switching it up, but I'm the same reader. My messages are still quality. I feel like I've gotten so much better as a reader from when I started out. And so I would say the quality has gone up, right? But like there's no weird part to the Vimeo readings. There's just, I can show you the cards without worrying about YouTube spanking me. Right, that's all it is. It's like, like that's all it is. It's not like some erotic reading that I do for you or some other weird stuff that I'm not like flashing people over there. I'm literally just using a deck that I don't want to get pinged for on YouTube, and I can actually share the cards with you over on Vimeo, because Vimeo's uncensored. That's the beauty of Vimeo. When you pay for the gated content, you don't have to worry about bullshit, right? And so there's freedom over there. And it's, for me, it's just me being me. I don't have to worry about how much I swear. Not that I swear excessively, but that I don't, I have to sit there and worry about it. I don't have to sit there and count my swear words. I don't have to sit there and say, oh, are we 4 minutes into the video? Because then they won't count me. So, I'm like, YouTube has all these weird rules now that you have to worry about. And I don't like worrying about it. I like to be my unadulterated self. And over on Vimeo, I can do that. It provides me the freedom to do that. And it's not like some weird, different Michelle. It's just, the Michelle that doesn't have to worry and be concerned about their strict censor laws. And I know that there are some other readers that use the same deck than me, but I don't know. Listen, I have a lot of theories. I feel like a lot changed 2017, 2018. YouTube got really strict and really ad oriented with their algorithm. And I started in 2019. But the people who had established like their 100,000 subscribers before then, they're free and clear, because ultimately the algorithm's always going to value more the fact that these people are getting hundreds of thousands of views or 40,000 views on each video, right? But if you're just starting out, those of us who just started out, like 2018 and beyond, got hit hard with a lot of censorship and were kept back because of the lack of freedom that the older tarot card readers had experienced before all the fucking censorship started. And I hate censorship. It's just such bullshit. But it's very real now, and it's something that I have always gotten clocked over the head by. I don't think it should have taken me this long to reach 62,000 subscribers, though I am very proud of that number. I think I should have been well over 200,000 by now, and I would have been had it not been for so much intervention with censorship and not recommending the videos and all that shit. But it is what it is, man. Like, I have to work with what I got. I can't work with you can't necessarily work with what you want, right? You gotta do what you want with what you got. And that takes some creativity, and that takes some finagling, right? If you wait to have those perfect ingredients, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be waiting for your whole life. You have to start with what you have and do what you want with what you have. And then eventually you'll work your way into something better, right? But you have to just work with what you have right now, and YouTube is still a phenomenal platform. But it's complicated. It's a lot more complicated now than it was 4 years ago. I'm just saying. It just it's a lot more complicated. It's a lot more complex because it's a lot more strict. And it's a lot more complex in general with what you're supposed to understand and what you're supposed to do and everything that they're offering. And it's just not simple anymore. So, there's a lot to think about. But anyway, And I am going to keep it real, girl. Always, always, always. I do keep it real. And I love when people want me to keep it real, but I can't stand when I'm keeping it real and then I say something that people disagree with and all of a sudden it's like something's wrong with me. No, maybe it's just that you don't agree with something I said. Or I'm not saying you particular. But, it's like, why can't people just like let it go? Like agree to disagree sometimes. Why does it have to be, well, then I'm just not relating to you anymore because I said something or did a reading that didn't resonate or that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I did want to talk to you about this. And I had left a comment, and I really appreciate all you guys who responded and gave me that constructive feedback for the videos. I appreciate it because I learned from it, right? It's how I grow. Someone had said, that they were, and I understand this, that they were sick of just another reading that talked about a third party situation, another reading that talked about an ex coming back. They're done with, and I said, first of all, that's rarely my readings. I rarely go there because I focus on energies. When I tell you about, oh, this is definitely heavy relationship, I'll always also give you an alternative application to the energies. Like, well, it could also be work. It could also be just a passion project. I'll give that to you, right? But she was talking about how she was just sort of sick of nothing happening, and I responded to her. I think the biggest problem with transitions, because I'm talking about transitioning a lot because this is a transitional period. And I said, what most people don't understand about transitions is it doesn't happen overnight. It's not like you're going to hear a tarot card reader tell you, the love of your life is coming in. And then the next fucking day, instantaneous gratification, the love of your life comes in. That's just not how it happens. Transitions happen slowly. You're just going to have to, you have to realize that. You have to realize that transitions are slow moving things. And I go a lot by the moon. So it's at least a 6-month period. So when I'm talking about transition and I'm talking about how, you're going from the caterpillar to the butterfly, it takes a time. Like, how much time does the fucking caterpillar stay in the cocoon? It's a while, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't just happen. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It doesn't just happen. And so if you're losing faith because you're expecting something to just happen because you heard a reading, you never really had faith to begin with because you just want that transition immediately. And you're getting discouraged because you're not getting instantaneous gratification. And you have to own that to take control of it so that it doesn't discourage you even more, because that's how you get caught in the loop of, well, I have nothing. Well, I have nothing. And you keep saying that and nothing works for me. I can't trust the universe. And these tarot card readers keep saying the same shit. And now you're stuck in this loop of negative, not have. And you wonder, and it starts to energetically hurt yourself and repel and stall the transition that you got to keep going through. So it's very imperative when you listen to readings to take the stuff that to almost hear them as pep talks, almost hear them as sort of check-ins, hear them as advice, but not as, well, this is going to happen tomorrow and I'm going to lose faith if it doesn't happen tomorrow. Somebody told me to go out and buy a lotto ticket, and if I'm not the winner, I don't have faith. You never had faith. I'm telling you right now, you never had faith. If that's what you need to have faith, you're expecting the universe to prove itself to you. You're expecting the universe to hand you shit, which means that you're not active. You're sitting still, and you're just, do it for me. And that's not okay. The transition period can last as long as it lasts. But are you active in it? There's so many different ways to remain active through a transition period, through an uncomfortable period. Primarily just by focusing on the simple things, getting the simple things done and seeing, if I think it, I can get it done. If I think it, it can happen. I want to open this book and I want to read the first chapter. I thought it, now I'm going to get it done. Right? Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Get up, go to the bathroom. Oh, I got it done. I want to get the dishes done. Get up, go get the dishes done, put it in the fucking dishwasher, turn it on, get it done. Start your focus on the small things that you can actually influence right now, because then at least you're getting yourself back into the I can, I am, I've done it. And it's progress is starting. You have to start in the small places. Everybody wants to take these big fucking grandiose leaps. It's just, what are you talking about? That's like saying I want to go into dance class and I want to dance on point. I want to go into ballet and I want to do the shit that Misty Copeland can do. I want to do it on the first day. Go ahead and try. You're going to break your toes, you're going to break your ankles, you're going to break your legs, and you're probably going to break your nose because you're going to fall flat on your face. It's not the way it works. You have, even manifestation, mental power and focus, you have to start where you are, not where you want to be, where you are. And if you're in a state of, I don't believe, then you got to find something that you believe in. And you got to find something, and if that's only the tangible where I can prove it right now, then you got to start small. You got to start focusing on, I want to put my lipstick on. Okay, here's my lipstick. I'm going to put it on. Look, my lipstick's on. Look, my lipstick's on. Look. I want to read where the moon is at. Okay. The moon is entering, the moon is still in, the moon is still in Aries. Mars enters Virgo today at 4:32 p.m. And the color of the day is turquoise. It is a day of harvest. It's a day of harvest. Look at all that I just got done. Set my mind to it, did it. It's done. I can. You start small. You start small. You start small. You start where you are with what you have. Even if that's taking a penny a day, every day for the next year. Even a penny if you don't have it because you're living on the streets and you're homeless. I guarantee that every day somewhere you will find a penny dropped somewhere. Or you can walk into a gas station and grab a penny, take a penny, leave a penny. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And at the end of the year, you have $3.65 more than you started out with. You have to start where you are. And depending on where you are, it may be smaller. But that doesn't mean progress isn't happening. And as long as you are in the motion of progress, more progress will come to you. And so when we feel stuck, and I feel like especially if you have an extreme character, you get really frustrated when the extreme things aren't happening. But if you're living day to day, hoping and hopping to the next extreme, that's not getting things done. That's just getting high. And you got to watch out for that mentality because it's going to bring you down. You know, when you get high, that's a false lift, and you're going to crash. And that's what happens. And then the pain is so intense, you're like all kinds of discouraged. It's like, well, nobody told you to get fucking high. I told you to get up. And I told you to take a step. And I told you to take another step. And if patience is what is hard for you, join the club because I'm the least patient person I know. Focusing on the progress is what is essential. Look, holy crap, I just took another step. 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 Look at this motherfucker over here not taking any steps at all because they're sitting their ass down. Wow, I just took another step away from them. You know, look at the color of the sky. There's always something for you to focus your mind on, and a trained brain is the sharpest tool you're ever going to work with. But if you're finding yourself slipping into a mental state that always makes you unhappy, it's because your brain is not under your command. Depending on what level you're at, you may need help getting it back into your command, right? And that's something that you need to work on and to admit to yourself. You may need to say to yourself, okay, I'm way beyond what I can do for myself. I got to go get some professional help. That's fair and deserved, right? Or there's just that state of, okay, if I start small and I start training my brain small to focus on where I want to focus it, 30 days, pattern behavior change, right? 30 days. Do it for 30 days. Do anything for 30 days and you can start a new habit. start to become easier for you, and your brain will start to just roll with how you've trained it to behave. How many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? One, but the bulb has to want to change. Very good. Very good. And that's true. I mean, and in some cases that's not always the case. You know, different mental disabilities and disorders are what they are. You do have to choose to show up, though. You definitely do, right? I've just really been bored lately. So I'll tell you right now, boredom to me is always a symptom. It's not an actual state of being. Boredom is you knowing what you want, but have gotten into a place of complacency with not doing it. You know what you want to be doing when you're bored. 100% of the time, you know what you really want, but for some reason you won't take the step to do it. You know, and so it's like nothing really impresses you because you know what you want, but it's just you're not doing it, or you're not going after it, right? Say what you really want is a relationship or whatever. Because I say that because that's actually the hardest thing, because even going after jobs is easier than going after relationships, because the other person's got to want you too, right? With jobs, a job is another kind of relationship, though, isn't it? If you think about it. Whenever it comes to people. But the bottom line is this. You can be in the pursuit of something, and the pursuit of that will not make you bored. You know, you can get yourself out of a state of boredom by getting yourself into a state of going after it. Get after it. You know, if what you love... you know what I just found out? That there are professional flag football games. I didn't know that. I had no idea. But what I'm saying is 10 to 1, if you love to do something, there is a group doing it. So find it and get yourself involved. I don't care if it's knitting. I don't care if it's sewing. I don't care if it's sculpting. I don't care if it's hair braiding. I don't care if it's doing nails. I don't care if it's acting. I don't care if it's singing. I don't care if it's science, technology, building engines, I don't care what it is. Whatever, I'm telling you, whatever you want to do, there is a group doing it, and probably a group not too far from you. And if it's not happening, then you start it. You start it. Put the announcement on Facebook. Dude, I'll be reconstructing an engine at this address, blah, blah, blah. If you're interested, you want to learn, show up, 3:30, it's going to start. Take initiative. A lot of times boredom happens because we're expecting something to be served to us. Life isn't served to you. It's lived by you. You must own that. You must. Anyway, so let's get into the tarot card reading. That's just a little bit of a preview. We're going to go into that discussion on Monday in a little bit more depth. We'll go through some exercises with you too. You ready? Let's go. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. And we start out with the High Priestess, which is returning to balance, returning to a state of faith, also being intuitive, knowing, understanding. When she comes out on this board, this is also talking about spirituality, not religion. A sense of togetherness and oneness with the universe, the cosmos, and the earth. Not a structured, institutionalized faith, right? It's basically, the High Priestess is faith itself, not the institutions, the structures, or the dogma that rises up around it. She's faith herself. She's also balance. She's also balance. It's interesting that she's that 2 card and there's 2 pillars. The 2 pillars. And then we have, there's a lot of repeat cards coming out. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. Interestingly enough, these came out later on in the reading yesterday, and now they're coming out first thing, which means we're starting where we left off. And then we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Page of Wands. Central energy, please. different, right? Wow. Central energy is the Page of Swords. Now, he can kind of be a little bit naive. And then we have Temperance. And then we have the Seven of Cups. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which is usually missed opportunity. And then we have the Chariot. And then the Chariot comes out with the Seven of Wands. So let's start with the central. No. Let's start from the beginning. We have the High Priestess, right? All about balance and connection. What is your truth? What is your real truth? And that's a question that sort of you have to allow yourself to hear. Shutting down all the craziness in the brain to allow yourself to heal it. And not heal it, hear it. And then sit with it and then let it surround you and own the reality and the truth of your raw connection to the universe. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is divine inspiration. So you're about to be divinely inspired. If you will sit with energy for a moment, allowing yourself to be divinely inspired. The divine inspiration is coming. There's also cosmically, for me, sometimes she's a timing card. This is like, it is the time to get inspired and to start something new, especially if it's something that you have not been able to stop thinking about. That's you sort of longed for, maybe even pined for. This card in this part of the conversation is all about, well, if I didn't get it done in the past, or if it was denied to me in the past and I'm still thinking of it, maybe it still matters to me and I got to go out and get after it because it's essential. And this is going out and getting after something that you love by showing love first, right? The best way to receive love is to give love. This is about going out there and giving what you've got and engaging in the risk that it takes when you make yourself vulnerable to something that you really care about. But it's showing that you love something, even if you're new at it. Even if you really, you're interested, you're excited about it, but you don't know much else, right? And then you kind of just jump in. And this is where we're at our central energy, the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is little communications that are coming in or just starting a conversation. Could be through DMs, could be through emails, could be through social media likes and shit. This is a sense of start small, which is ironically what I had started out the conversation with. Start small is what this is. Start small with but share. Right? Because swords are all about communication. You have to share somehow. Like, don't hold yourself back. If you're enthusiastic about something, join in conversations about it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to let people know that you're enthusiastic about something, how you think about something, how you feel about something. Hello, Mercury combusts the sun. This is the time for you to express your ideas and communicate what you're passionate about. This is that energy. And then we have Temperance. Temperance is, this will all make things start to work out in a way that maybe you even can't understand right now, because this is a major arcana, which means the divine has a role to play in things working out. It's not just you in the kitchen. You gotta let God in too. You gotta let the universe bake with you and prepare with you and be all about sharing that space with the everything, the total, the entity, the universe. This is things coming into, it's almost like the Temperance card is like the impossible happening. Finding a way to make peace between two circumstances that seemed impossible to find a compromise between. And then we have the Seven of Cups. There's confusion here. But there's also a lot of opportunities. And maybe right now it's not about the opportunity of your dreams. It's just about sipping out of every cup, trying new things and discovering what things you really like, you know, or what things will hold your interest. But at least you're active, right? You may not be, oh, this is what I always dreamed. You may not be somebody who has always dreamed something. But as long as then you know what? You're not lost. Try something new. If you think something sounds interesting, like whatever, can get into one of those meetup groups. If you think something sounds interesting, try it. If it's not interesting, try something different. It's important to just keep away from not being impressed because it's not everything you ever wanted. Well, it's a stepping stone, right? It's a stepping stone. It's a little bit of water to quench your thirst before you get to the spring. You have to take what is in front of you. And then we have, this is investment, or a woman who is a businesswoman, somebody who is a boss, somebody who's very good at what she does, but she may be a little too giving in what she has because she doesn't necessarily take care of her own shit. So be wary of this energy, not because she's doing well. It's not that she's not making money, but she may be giving away too much. So watch out, and watch out for this. This is like an opportunity denied to you, or an opportunity lost. But that's okay. This could also be very frivolous with money. You know, somebody who is not good with money. This could be you being too good to and helping out somebody too much that is not good with money. And that is not teaching them what they need to know, right? Sometimes, I'm going to say this, sometimes we help people out too much. And that's not helping them out at all. You know, they never develop the skills that they got to develop. Hunger teaches you shit, is what I'm saying. Hunger teaches you shit. It teaches you how to get going. It teaches you how to not look for the perfect situation, but just look for feed in your stomach, right? Hunger inspires you. And if you're keeping somebody well fed, this could be a little bit of a problem. And then we have Cancerian energy. The Chariot is move on. You have to move on with faith. You have to move on and let the road drop away and say, I don't need to look back anymore. I trust the situation in front of me. I'm not going to look back. In other words, you got to have faith. You got to have faith that the good thing will happen, that right will win out, that somebody will be strong enough to stand their ground and be okay if you leave them, or if you let them on your own. Now, this may not be a person. This could be, I just saw it. I apologize. I do a lot of talking, so my voice gets, this may be a statement of, listen, you made the investment in it. Now you got to let it go. If you're helping it too much, you're actually hurting it. It's like overwatering a plant. You can't help something too much because then you're disabling it. You're not letting it learn how to walk. And that may be what you have to accept right now, is you have to step away from a situation and be like, listen, it's going to be what it's going to be. I just got to let the universe, am I giving my all? Am I doing my best? Well, then guess what? It's going to work itself out. That's the statement of faith that we really have to connect with, that we really have to just make a decision. I'm going to go for it, and I'm just going to believe in it, and I'm going to let it play out, and it'll be okay. But I feel like in some ways it'll only be okay if we take the leap of faith in it. If we just let it be. And I'm the biggest culprit of this. Is like, as soon as something goes wrong with my channel, I freak out. I'm never just let it be. It's like, stop helicoptering. You can't helicopter everything. You gotta just let it be. I'm not saying don't work or don't do. I'm saying continue to do, continue to try, continue to experiment, continue to progress, continue to make progress. And you know what? Don't let every little detail get to you. I'm telling you, that's Mars in Virgo to a T. It's like every little detail starts to get to you. And you get tempted to micromanage every little detail. I have my Mars in Virgo. My Mars return is happening today. It's a hell of a place to be, man. It just drives you crazy. So watch out for it. Just saying. Let's get into the oracle cards. Number 1, hold your vision. And wow, didn't that card just come out at the right time? Hold your vision. It's saying, listen, maybe things are a little bit rocky right now. Maybe the road isn't that well paved. You have to keep moving forward. If you move back, it's going to be even worse. So forward is your only way to go now. Keep with it. Hold your vision. And then we have confidence is your key to success. Leo energy. Be confident and articulating yourself confidently, talking or speaking from your truth, communicating who you are, what you feel. Have confidence in what you are. Have confidence in your vision. Confidence is your key to success. Hold your vision and be confident in it. Know what you want and keep moving forward it. The road isn't always going to be clear. The road isn't always going to be easy. The road is very rarely going to be easy, especially when you're paving the road yourself. There is no smooth path on a road that you're paving yourself because it's all blood, sweat, and tears, right? You just have to keep going. Back is not your direction. Hold your vision. Confidence is your key to success. Why? If you're not confident in yourself, you lose sight of your vision. And you stop. And you stagnate. And you get into a state of depression. But if you have confidence, confidence is you don't need somebody else's validation. Confidence is you don't need somebody else's feedback. Confidence is you don't need somebody else's hearts or likes. Are you doing this? Who are you doing this for? What are you doing this for? Continue to move it forward. Continue to do it for the doing it sake, right? Hold on. Something fell out. Hope. That's really interesting, and it fell out right on these two cards. Just that hope that everything will work out. Just that hope that yeah, you got it. Sometimes it's just got to be hope. Hope. I love that it came out. Hope. Faith, hope, and love, man. Sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is your powerhouse, which is like the diaphragm area, pushing and pumping out the energy, out your energy. Like, so you're kind of like fired up. And then spiritual union. So something in your gut, you understand something in your gut. You know where you belong deep down in your gut. So if you know it, follow it, go after it, keep talking to it, keep reaching out to it, keep exploring it, keep learning more about it, keep doing what you need to do with it. Like, that's what you need to just keep in that progress. Is I gotta say, it's like you already know what you want, but in some ways you haven't been doing what you can do to get the attention of it. But you've got the energy and you've got the strength, because sacral chakra energy is very strong. It's like you can feel something in your gut, this connection. There's a connection here that you can feel in your gut. What is this connection? There's this connection here that you can feel in your gut. What is this connection? Triumph and success over with. So you're not going to be alone for long. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to be alone. You're not going to be alone. Look at that. Triumph and success over emotional withdrawal. Like nobody will ever understand you, but that's not true. People will understand you. People understand you because you're starting to communicate you. You're making it clear who the fuck you are. Who are you? You're making that clear now to people. And so you're inviting the right people in. And then we have shadow and foundation and achievements. Your shadow self is your foundation. Like who you are, all that you are. The full gamut of what you are is your foundation to success. This is what you know. This is who you are. This is your entire, like being your entire self, not just fragments of yourself or the self that's all pretty and cute and easy to like. People want to see your everything, not just your nice things. And I think that that's kind of sometimes why we fail, is we only bring part of us with us on the road, and we wonder why we get exhausted so quick, right? If you bought that shadow self, if you bought your whole self, you had a lot more to draw from. So you got to start your foundations on everything that you are. This is always, I feel like, foundation and achievements. It's like it's been coming together like a shadow, but it's not a shadow anymore. It's fruition, it's manifesting. Deception and envy are here, and discontent and boredom and deception and envy are both in reverse, which means you've defeated both of them and they're in the future. So what is this telling me? Guys, this timeline is not so far off. You're not so far off from getting over or getting through this hard time, this kind of clusterfuck time. You're not so far away from that. Discontent and boredom goes away with deception and envy. Deception and envy could be what's making you discontent and bored, or discontent and miserable, is that you're looking at what other people have or what you think they have, instead of just focusing on what you have to work with and the resources that you have. And I understand that some people have more than others, but that's the problem, isn't it? Is we're looking at the people who have more than us instead of looking at us and what we have. And that problem, social media feeds into this, man. It's always us looking at everybody else. We have fun. This is in the past. In the past, there was, you won't let yourself have fun, or something was boring. It wasn't just boring. This is an energy of no fun, like being in a fun vacuum, as if somehow that was going to make us successful or that was going to make us happy. What is this have fun in reverse? In reverse, what is this have fun in reverse? What is this have fun in reverse? What is this? You didn't give yourself a break. You didn't give yourself a break. Look what comes out. Look what comes out. You're working like crazy. Maybe you're doing something that you hate and you won't let yourself break from it, or you're taking it so seriously. Right? Keep dancing is in reverse too. You're taking it so seriously. You won't give yourself a break, and somehow you're stuck to this because you think maybe that validates you and gives you some sort of meaning in your life to be in a position where you always feel like you're under stress or strain. It could be a situation where it's like martyrdom, you're being the martyr. But dude, like this is the essentially, you need a break, and not just a vacation. You need a break in your brain. Like, don't take this shit so seriously. It's not that serious. Don't let it matter so much to you, because it shouldn't matter that much to you. You're thinking about it too much. You're paying too much attention to it. And there also it's speaking of, I'll say this, it could speak of this bust your ass. That's what it could be. It could also say, you know what, in the future, it's a time for work. It's not a time for play. It's not a time for rest and relaxation. It's a time to get back out there and start doing something and start engaging, because this energy is the reverse of that. Keep dancing. Maybe you've stopped dancing. You're just kind of sitting around, but you're not really taking a break. Taking a break, it's like you're not taking vacation. You've just decided to not dance. You've decided to sit out from the activity, but you're not really doing anything with yourself. So why are you deciding to sit out from the activity? If you ain't got nothing to do, go to work. Do something. Get active. Be active. Start being active. And if you can't go back to work, then find work that you can do at home. right? This is all speaking to energize. And it's an interesting concept how, are we really on vacation when we're doing nothing? Are we really, like for quarantine, for example, quarantine wasn't vacation. Maybe the first few months was, but then it started to dull people's brains out. You know, and really boredom and lack of faith started to set in. Well, you got to do something with yourself. It can't just be work that somebody else gives you. You got to be able to find your purpose and something you're interested in, even if it's little clay sculptures or creating portraits with pennies. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. What matters is you find an activity that you are capable of doing now and you do it so that you see some sort of progress starting there. It's like getting an engine started again, getting a car started again that it has just been sitting there for a year and a half, right? Doing nothing. There might be repairs that need to be done. You have to prepare for that, right? And then there also is a sense of it's not used to running, and it always takes a lot of energy, and that's what the sacral energy is about. It always takes the most energy to catalyze. The catalyst of any kind of reaction is always what requires the most energy. Everything after that, it can just start being free flowing. But and I know at a time when we feel like we have no energy, we got to find the energy. We got to find the energy from where, even if it's just faith, we got to find the energy to get things going and believe in the future enough to make that energy investment. Okay, a lot just came out there. I guess it seems like we're having a bit of problems. We may need some help. And this is the time maybe to ask somebody for help, because you don't have to do this alone. A lot of this, especially with spiritual union on the table, especially with this card on the table, a lot of this is about knowing that you're not alone, being able to ask for what you need, being able to reach out and say, hey, I need help with this. Because you do. There's some sort of, oh crap, I'm kind of stuck. I need some help. And then you might get help from an unexpected place, and you probably will. And the reason why you will get that help from an unexpected place is because you're asking for it. It's because you're like, it's impossible. I can't figure this out. There's nobody that will help me, but I need this. It's so important that you're able to say, I need this, but I know it'll never happen because of this. Like, this is my primary challenge, but this is what I want. And if you name both of those things, somebody will come to help you. Somebody will come to, but you have to start saying it out loud. You have to start communicating it out loud. You have to. We have Jade Mountain came out first, but that's in the future. And what Jade Mountain tells us is there is beautiful shit coming to you in the future. That's what it says. It doesn't say when. It says there's beautiful shit coming to you in the future. This is intuition. This is trust. This is also letting go. This is a sense of, I know something beautiful is, in other words, you have to live your life today where as if you are already have everything that you want. And that's complicated. But here we have the inspired warrior. And that's coming out in the past, which is, I'm going to fight for something. I'm going to fight for this. I'm going to fight for what I believe in. I'm going to fight. Find the fire. There's fire in your belly for something. Intuitively, you have to trust. You have to connect psychically. And guess what? You're going to be very happy where you go to. In other words, tapping into that space of happy, that happy feeling. Tapping into, even if it doesn't make any sense, tapping into that joy, that joyful space, even when it doesn't make sense. What gives you joy? Intuition. You can tell, what I'm saying is you can tell something good's about to happen. That's what I'm saying. Even if you're sitting over there complaining, you can feel in your heart that something good's about to happen. Because it is. I feel open, which is creatively. And this is, once again, open your mouth, communicate, write, and talk. It's what you need to do right now. If you get nothing else from this reading, this is the time to announce what you need and to ask for help with something. This is also the time to announce what you're interested in. This is the time. What do you want? Who do you really want to be? Who are you really? There's so many ways to communicate now. It's crazy. I want to be this. How can I do it? I am beautiful. Have confidence in yourself enough to know that you see something in the mirror that you like, and so others will too. And I feel at peace. You feel at peace with who you are. You feel at peace with what you're really about. You feel at peace with everything, your truth, what you are, accepting yourself, your whole self, as something that you want to look at, that you want to see. I feel open. I am beautiful. I feel peaceful. Maybe you feel open that you are wonderful. In other words, open up. I know, right? Open up like you're not afraid to be seen. Open up like you're not afraid to mess up. Open up like you want somebody looking at you, instead of avoiding or saying I'm not ready or being afraid of. This is a time of personal truth. Okay. We have a lot of these cards, so let's go through one by one. We have dreams. As complicated as having to believe in something so hard and then purposely forgetting it right away to be surprised. You're not purposely forgetting it. You're constantly in the energy of it. So it doesn't have to be on your mind. It's because it's not your thoughts are tools for your vibrations, right? So that's the relationship. So you think it only at first to get it going. And then it's always there and it's always present because it's always going. You just don't have to think about it anymore. So we have dreams first. Watch your dreams. Watch your dreams. They may be communicating things to you. Creative wonderment. Follow your passions. Follow your passions. Follow your dreams. Where do you want the guidance? Where do you want your dreams to guide you to? What do you want to do with your life? What has always been your passion? Just get out there and go. And it means making mistakes. And it means fucking up. And it means not knowing where the hell to go at first. I just expect that. Because just because you know in your heart which way you want to go, it don't mean you got the map for it, right? Competition, you are going to face a lot of competition. But guess what? Discover your dragon. This is like, fuck the competition. I don't give a fuck about the competition. Fuck the competition. I'm ready to face the competition. I believe in myself enough to know that I belong in this goddamn room. I'm not going to back down because there is competition. This is the fire in my belly. And then friendship. Nurture your relationships. It's through networks that you're going to find something. It's through talking to people and building new friendships and making friendships within the energies that you want to exist in that is going to help you grow. Be grateful for all you have because you do have so much. And essentially, gratitude is the river on which abundance flows. If you continuously say thank you for the people and things and places that help you out in your life, gratitude is going to keep that abundance flowing. And then we have legends. Learn from those who inspire you. You're not the first person to go through this. Other people have been through this too. And if their lives can work out, so can yours. And owl, follow your intuition. So your intuition will be your guide, especially toward the people who you really want to be amongst. But listen to them and listen to their journey and just trust. You don't have to talk to them or ever sit in the room with them to be inspired by them and to follow their lead, to allow them to teach you, to allow their example to teach you. That's all it matters. Doesn't matter if you ever shake hands with them, look them in the eye, or if you're ever around them. What matters is they've transferred their energy to you. That's what's important. Okay? Co-create. What did I tell you? You have to connect with people now. People are essential right now. Thinker. Maybe think out loud. Talk to each other about your thoughts. Share your thoughts with people, right? And then building blocks. Yep. All of this is coming out together. I think other people want to co-create with you. They're going to like your idea. Somebody, once you announce your idea, is going to love your idea. So this is a good time to start sharing your idea. It's really important. And then we have message in a bottle. Something has been coming in. It's waiting. The opportunity already exists. It's just when is it going to reach us? Also a sense of a lasting message. Right? A message that will continue to be shared even generations after the people who created the message are gone. This is also a sense of something is coming to you. I keep saying it. I know people keep getting frustrated. It's like, okay, all right, maybe you got to take one opportunity to get to another opportunity. Like the big opportunity is a few steps away from the little opportunity you keep saying no to. But you don't see how they're connected and you keep saying no. Open your mind. And then we have life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. Interesting. Spiritual path. Spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. There's a wonderful energy that clarifies things for us right now. And that energy is just this broad-minded expansion of the sun and Mercury, knowing exactly what it is that we really, really want. And not being willing to compromise. But at the same time, it doesn't mean you sit around your house and, like I said, wait for that perfect scenario to come to you. You have to take the smaller steps that are going to get you to finishing the marathon. You have to start where you are, believing that you're good enough to achieve everything that you want, with confidence and faith, tenaciously pursuing and never looking back. The past doesn't exist. The only time you ever look back is to acknowledge how far you've come and remind yourself just how fucking strong you are. It does sometimes though, not at all. We are riffing. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, you guys keep talking. I love the conversations that you have amongst yourself. And the landscaping is just whatever. I fucking ignore it. Let's get into the angel cards. Oh, this is what comes out. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say goodbye to you. I'm going to say goodbye to you. I'm going to upload this on IGTV and Astrology Motivation, and enjoy the readings. Aries, Gemini, and Taurus, you were all up today. Thank you, Gemini, for rocking it out. I'm starting to post my videos later because I thought that would help more people watch it or be able to see it. You let me know if you like the new times. You can DM me or you can give me a shout out. I get DMs or emails. Comments I usually don't respond to or can't respond to. But you want to put comments below this, I will see. If you like the new time frames, let me know. And let's see, I want to read a few comments. He asked we were fighting. I want to say thank you for, I want to say you're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you, lots of love. Thank you. And guys, I will be on here tomorrow on Friday. TGI almost F. Bye guys.